Alright, so today I'm going to be making a welding video, but I don't know. This is my welding rig. Just feels like there's something missing. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think I'm going to have to pick something up here real quick. Alright, I think I found the missing puzzle piece there. So now that we got all that hooked up, all our pieces are together, we're gonna go get on this job site, show you what's going on there. Alright, so we're here. We're strung out. This is the first project we got going on today. This one's a fairly simple one. It's my first day back after annual training from the Army. So I'm gonna start with an easy one first. This is looks like a batwing bush hog. Shredder, as some people call them, for a tractor. This jack used to get mounted there, but as you can see, somebody broke that off. This looks like a fairly new implement, so we're going to cut that off. We got our 7-inch grinders here. You could use a torch or something if you wanted to. I'm just going to use the grinders. Like the big 7-incher right there, and the flap wheel on another 7-incher. Then we got this new one here. It's just going to get welded back into place like so. And then the holes on this one are too small, so the customer supplied this drill bit here. We're going to drill them out. Hopefully that pin will fit through the holes. Hopefully everything will work out. So I'm gonna get this thing the Lincoln fired up here and get going on this. Show you a cold start here. Some people like them. I don't really see the appeal of it, but I guess it helps if you turn the fuel on. I haven't ran this thing in months. Alright, now it's time for the cold start. guys, that's what it looks like after paint. It doesn't match exactly, but I mean it's a farm implement. You know, it's not somebody's Lamborghini. Should work. So it's yeah, it'll work. I did get a little bit of undercut going uphill on the left hand side there, right there, but like I said, it's a farm implement. It's only meant to just hold this. The only thing that has to do is hold the tongue of this up in the air when it's disconnected. It's not like it's taking a whole lot of abuse, unless somebody forgets the jack is down, in which case you saw how it broke earlier. So we should be good. We're going to move on to the next project here. Alright, so here's the second project we got going on over at this site. Some sort of farm implement. I'm not really sure what it does exactly. I'm not a farmer. I know they carry this across the ground and whatnot. Anyway, we got an old repair that cracked off. I did not repair this, somebody else did. I don't know if they were a professional or a, you know, just your weekend warrior. Got the old buzz box out, but anyway, their whole repair just sort of cracked right off the parent material, so I'm going to grind that out, try to grind all this out as well. See what's under there. I told the guy that owns this, I said, I'm not sure if I can just grind that out or if I'm gonna have to cut this thing about like right in here and then somewhere about over in here and put a new square tube in there. If I do that, I'm gonna have to take them angle irons off, move some stuff out of the way. It looks like there's a pretty big spring right there that I'll have to get off as well. I'm not sure if that is tensioned or not. Looks like I can detension it right here if I have to. Cut that off. Slide in a smaller square tube. And then slide the right size square tube over top of that, and then use a string or something to pull the smaller square tube into place. Weld it solid, then put them angle irons back on and put everything back together. That might be what I have to do, but I'm just going to grind this first to see what I find under there. Yeah, so I'm going to get started on that. And then on the second project, one of these wheels, I think it's this one, it's got like the rebar wheel stuff going on. Some of the rebar and stuff broke off, so I'm gonna see what I can do about welding more of those on there. Hopefully get that thing up and going. I think he originally called me out because this plate broke off from the shaft. So that weld looks fairly fresh, but I was in California and did not get a chance to get that one on. So I'll see what I can do with this. Then the third one, or the last thing I gotta do is over here. I'll show you this one. Right here. The tongue of this little wagon broke off, so I don't know if I want to reuse this. I don't think I'll have much luck, especially if this is cast iron. I don't know if it is or not, but what I was planning on doing, I have some flat bar. I'll just kind of squeeze these together the best I can and cut it about right here. As well as some flat bar on the front of that. Drill some holes in it. Should be good. But we'll see when we get to this point. Alright, so this is the whole reason why I brought the trailer. It's for this repair here. I tried the grinder, it didn't really work too well because of how tight a space it is. So I'm going to get the torch fired up. I have a scarfing tip on there. I had to bring the trailer to use the scarfing tip because I do not have acetylene on my truck. So this is a bit bigger than I would like to be using, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got everything all scarfed out there. It's going to be tricky trying to get that put back together. Definitely a bigger gap than I would like to see. But I think I can do it. I think I might throw a clamp on here, try to bring that together. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to get the wire wheel, get all this stuff cleaned up. Yeah, you can definitely see whoever made these welds, they did not get any penetration into the actual tube of this thing. All the penetration's on the angle iron. Actually, I might even scarf out this side here. Or at least weld over it. Whoever did this had no penetration into the square tube. I can actually see the crack here too, so I'm going to grind out a little bit more before I weld it. I think it's just a safety here to keep the the road wheels on the ground, but I could be wrong. So I'm hoping it's not a huge deal if it does break again. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to leave that welder run, so it might be a bit loud on the camera. But I got all that welded up. I had to close a pretty big gap on this side, but it worked. I ran a 60-10 route to close that gap. Then I went over it with 3/32, 70-18. I think I made like 3 or 4 passes with that. Then I got 1/8 inch 70-18. I think I made 2 passes over this side, and then I ran a 3/32 70-18 down this one, and then went over that with 2 passes of 1/8 inch 70-18 to close up, or to get that all filled in. I'll show you why this thing cracked here. On the other side, this is what we got. I don't know who put that on, if that's a repair or if that's factory. I think it's a repair, but it's a very cold MIG weld. You can see, just even on the camera, it did not penetrate at all into this plate here. This weld is just sitting on top. It might have a little bit of like grab, but it did not penetrate at all. So I'm gonna go over that with some 70-18 and get this thing attached solidly here before this side cracks as well. This is all farm code stuff, so I'm just gonna weld over top of that. If this was something that mattered, like if it was like a building in an airport or something, like some sort of truss, I would take the time and grind all that out. But if it cracks, I mean, it's really no big deal. So I'm just gonna weld over top of that. And then it looks like we got a crack forming right in here. I noticed when I was wire wheeling it. It shouldn't be a huge deal. I'll just maybe grind that and put a weld on it or something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing the welding off camera on this one because it's kind of raining, and I'm just trying to get this done. So that's this one. This is all this guy wanted. I don't think he really wanted that, but I'm just going to weld it anyway, just because if I'm working on this, I don't want this cracking again, and I can tell it's going to crack. So yeah. Then I might use the torch, heat it up, and throw some spray paint on it. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so that's completed now. It was mostly 1/8 inch 70-18, and then trying to find my finger right there, that one, and a little bit right there is 3/32 70-18. Oh yeah, that one, and a little bit right there. Everything else is 1/8 inch 70-18. It's not perfect. It is a little bit rough on this side. It was better on this side. It should hold for what it is. I mean, there's no root penetration on that side, but I mean, I think I got enough stuck together that it should be okay. So that one's complete. Now it's time to go over here to this other one and see if I can get some bars stuck together. Definitely gonna have to clean this up, and I'm probably gonna break out the MIG welder for this one. It's gonna be a pain if I try to do stick on this, so I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I got the MIG welder about set up here. Gotta get the generator fired up and everything. Get the flap wheel out. Try to clean up some of this stuff here. I'm noticing a trend with this guy's welding. I don't know if it's I don't know who's doing this guy's welding, if it's him or the some other welder around here, but whoever it is, well, this is a stick weld here, but whoever's doing this guy's welding seems to not understand you have to grind cracks out before you weld over top of them. And somebody likes to weld very cold MIG welds. So I noticed there's another crack here. This plate cracked off. So before I put the bars on, I'm going to leave myself room to get in there and grind that out. I think that one over there is cracked as well. So that's two plates. You can see that it's cracked right off. I'm going to try to fix them. This one cracked a while ago, and I just welded right over top of the crack, so I'm going to see if I can do better. Get this thing up and running for this dude. So I'll be back. Alright, so we got another one done. Here's one of the bars I put on. There's some other ones. This one, and this one, and then this one. I welded that one in there. This one wasn't cracked, there was just a lot of undercut. So it should be okay for now. I mean, all these little bars are kind of holding it together anyway, so I think that should be good. Kind of ran out of round bar when I was over here, so I put a square one on for my last one. It should be okay, I think. I tested it out. It spins all the way. There's nothing hanging off that's going to get caught, so it should be good. The customer supplied all the round bar. That's why, you know, when I went for the last one, when I was a bit short, I didn't have any left, so I just used the square bar. Like I said, it should be okay. All this is for going over dirt and stuff. I noticed there is a rebar in some spots. Some spots the bars are a bit smaller, so I think he just kind of uses what he has on hand anyway. So we're going to try to get that wagon hitch done before I leave up out of here. I thought this would be like 2.5, 3 hours, but I'm going on 4 hours now. It's just the way it is some days. So I'm going to try to get this wagon hitch done, get up out of here. Alright, so here we go. We got the last project for this guy, this site. So I got this messed up hitch. I'm probably just going to cut it like in here. And then I got these pieces right here. They're pretty much just going to sit on them pipes like so, stick out far enough. I'll get a good solid weld on them, and then that'll be the new hitch. Fairly straightforward, I guess. The guy said he wanted me to kind of reuse that, but I don't know, it'll just break off if I do, so putting a new one on. Just like that, we're done. Should be done with all of it now. One thing I didn't notice until now, actually no, that's straight with the ground, I believe. It's just the wagon frame's tilted a little bit, I think. So that might have messed that up a little bit. I don't know. It might be okay, maybe not. I don't know. See what I'm saying? Like the flat tire there, this wagon tilts this way. Should have maybe pivoted that a little bit. I think it should be okay. I just did one pass with the solid wire MIG. That should be good enough, I think. So I'll wrap this up and call it a day.